Hi, kids. It's Helen and Collier. We've been having lots of together time. I bet y'all have too. Helen, what have you been doing?
I've been reading and playing tennis and going on hikes.
Yep. And who's gotten the gold star for being my best kid the last couple of days?
Me.
Because she's totally been the best kid. She's been reading. What's the book you've been reading?
To be honest.
Is it good? What's it about?
The girl that her sister goes to college.
Ah, well, your sister goes to college. Sally starts school online on Monday, and she's going to be doing her work out of her room. And her room is a disaster right now. Not that it wouldn't always be a disaster, but all of her dorm stuff has come. So it's 2 bedrooms and 1 bedroom right now. So she's been trying to pull all that together. And then she starts online classes next week. So it'll be really hard to let her focus and, are running around and stuff. So, Sally saw y'all yesterday, or did you see them yesterday too? Okay, yeah. Sally said she saw you going down the street. So anyway, I'm gonna read you another book, but I thought that maybe Helen might read another day. Is that okay, kids? So okay, Helen, go back to your position on the couch. Okay. So today we're gonna read Dr. DeSoto, which I think is really, really good. Look at that. Sam, I know that you know what the word is for drawings. When you videotape me back, tell me what the person who does the drawings, what is that person called? The person who wrote, the author is William Steig. Okay, here's the picture. Dr. DeSoto, the dentist, did very good work. So he had no end of patients. Those close to his own size, moles, chipmunks, etc., sat in the regular dentist chair. Larger animals sat on the floor, while Dr. DeSoto stood on a ladder. Let's see. For extra large animals, he had a special room. There, Dr. DeSoto was hoisted up to the patient's mouth by his assistant, who also happened to be his wife. There's his wife. Dr. DeSoto was especially popular with the big animals. He was able to work inside their mouths, wearing rubbers to keep his feet dry, and his fingers were so delicate and his drills so dainty they could hardly feel any pain. Being a mouse, he refused to treat animals dangerous to mice, and it said so on his sign. When the doorbell rang, he and his wife would look out the window. They wouldn't admit even the most timid-looking cat. Now, why wouldn't he let them have a cat come in to see him? One day, when they looked out, they saw a well-dressed fox with a flannel bandage around his jaw. Here, wait. I cannot treat you, sir, Dr. DeSoto shouted. Sir, haven't you read my sign? Please, the fox wailed. Have mercy, I'm suffering. And he wept so bitterly it was painful to see. Just a moment, said Dr. DeSoto. That poor fox, he whispered to his wife. What shall we do? Let's risk it, said Mrs. DeSoto. She pressed the buzzer and let the fox in. He was up the stairs in a flash. Bless your little hearts, he cried, falling to his knees. I beg you, do something. My tooth is killing me. Sit on the floor, said Dr. DeSoto, and remove the bandage, please. Dr. DeSoto climbed up the ladder and bravely entered the fox's mouth. Ooh, wow, he gasped. The fox had a rotten bicuspid and unusually bad breath. He was stinky. This tooth will have to come out, Dr. DeSoto announced, but we can make you a new one. Just stop the pain, whimpered the fox, wiping some tears away. Despite his misery, he realized he had a tasty little morsel in his mouth, and his jaw began to quiver. Keep open, yelled Dr. DeSoto. Wide open, yelled his wife. Let's see. I'm giving you gas now, said Dr. DeSoto. You won't feel a thing when I yank that tooth. Soon the fox was in dreamland. Yummy, he mumbled. How I love them raw, with just a pinch of salt and a dry white one. They could guess what he was dreaming about. Mrs. DeSoto handed her husband a pole to keep the fox's mouth open. Dr. DeSoto fastened his extractor to the bad tooth. Then he and his wife began turning the winch. Finally, with a sucking sound, the tooth popped out and hung swaying in the air. Ooh, gross. Ooh. I'm bleeding, the fox whelped when he came to. Dr. DeSoto ran up the ladder and stuffed some gauze in the hole. The worst is over, he said. I'll have your new tooth ready tomorrow. Be here at 11 sharp. The fox, still woozy, said goodbye and left. On his way home, he wondered if it would be shabby of him to eat the DeSotos when the job was done. After office hours, Mrs. DeSoto molded a tooth of pure gold and polished it. Raw with salt, indeed, muttered Dr. DeSoto. How foolish to trust a fox. He didn't know what he was saying, said Mrs. DeSoto. Why should he harm us? We're helping him. Because he's a fox, said Dr. DeSoto. They're wicked, wicked creatures. That night, the DeSotos lay awake worrying. Should we let him in tomorrow, Mrs. DeSoto wondered. Once I start a job, said the dentist firmly, I finish it. My father was the same way. But we must do something to protect ourselves, said his wife. They talked and talked until they formed a plan. I think it will work, said Dr. DeSoto. A minute later, he was snoring. Evie, did Sam Bass snore? I kind of think I heard him down the street earlier this week. The next morning, promptly at 11, a very cheerful fox turned up. He was feeling not a particle of pain. When Dr. DeSoto got into his mouth, he snagged it shut for a moment, then opened wide and laughed. Just a joke, he chortled. Be serious, said the dentist sharply. We have work to do. His wife was lugging the heavy tooth up the ladder. Can you see that? There, you see the tooth. Oh, I love it, exclaimed the fox. It's just beautiful. Dr. DeSoto set the gold tooth in its socket and hooked it up to the tooth on both sides. The fox caressed the new tooth with his tongue. My, it feels good, he thought. I really shouldn't eat them. On the other hand, how can I resist? We're not finished, said Dr. DeSoto, holding up a large jug. I have a remarkable preparation developed only recently by my wife and me. With just one application, you can get rid of toothaches forever. How would you like to be the first one to receive this unique treatment? I certainly would, the fox declared. I'd be honored. He hated any kind of personal pain. You will never have to see us again, said Dr. DeSoto. No one will see you again, said the fox to himself. He had definitely made up his mind to eat them with the help of his brand new tooth. Dr. DeSoto stepped into the fox's mouth with a bucket of secret formula and proceeded to paint each tooth. He hummed as he worked. Mrs. DeSoto stood by on the ladder, pointing out spots he had missed. The fox looked very happy. You see, he's going tooth by tooth. When the dentist was done, he stepped out. Now close your jaws tight, he said, and keep them closed for a minute. The fox did as he was told. Then he tried to open his mouth, but his teeth were stuck together. Excuse me, I must have mentioned, said Dr. DeSoto. You won't be able to open your mouth for a day or so, or two. The secret formula must first permeate the dentine. But don't worry, no pain ever again. The fox was stunned. He stared at Dr. DeSoto, then at his wife. They smiled and waited. All he could do was say, "Thank you very much," through his clenched teeth, and he got up and tried to do so with dignity. Then he stumbled down the stairs into a daze. Dr. DeSoto and his assistant had outfoxed the fox. They kissed each other and took the rest of the day off. So y'all let me know what you think of that story. I think it's awesome. So, and send me another video and tell me what you're up to. And be very nice to your mommy and daddy. See you later.